Gas stations are prime locations to sell all kinds of things, and once a crew claims one, you can pretty much find them there 24 hours a day. Well, early on, G-True decided to have members post up on some very important corners. First was the Sunoco gas station on North Hilton, and next was the Lexington Terrace projects. Of course, not everyone was thrilled with this, especially BGF. At the time, BGF was the most feared in Baltimore, and they happened to claim all of these same corners. Well, after a short while, BGF began noticing these new A-Tray members on their turf. And in Baltimore, this usually ends in one devastating way. But thankfully, instead of making a demonstration, BGF simply informed the A-Tray members to stay off their territory. Even though this was a noble approach, G-True was not happy when he heard the news. He wanted to use this as an opportunity to prove a point, to show the city of Baltimore what A-Tray is all about. So in May of 2016, True started an iMessage group chat with all of his A-Tray members. His first text was asking members to send pictures of BGF members so they all knew who to look for. They sent pictures of two men, Shyheim Brown and Albert Pittman. These are the two West Baltimore BGF members who they believed were the most feared. And that's when True texted the group chat saying that they better bash these two men before they become respected A-Tray members. He then said to become a Tray, you must bash a J, referring to BGF's nickname. The texts were directed to 4 prospective members: Darren Hickman, also known as Chisel, Marcus Williams, also known as Gangster C, Keith Pinson, also known as Gotti, and Alvin Johnson, also known as Jug. So on May 18th, 2016, the men began roaming around West Baltimore looking for the 2 BGF members. On the night of May 18th, Gotti texted the group chat that he spotted Albert Pittman at the basketball courts in Lexington Terrace. The courts happened to be located in the middle of the projects, and Gotti claimed that he didn't know how to get in. So True then questioned why he didn't, quote, blast from the outside. Gotti responded by saying that he didn't want to endanger anyone who wasn't involved. Even though this was a thoughtful and reasonable answer, True was upset and felt like A-Tray members shouldn't care. So then he responded to the group by saying, I don't care who's BGF or not, I'm rocking anything I see. He expected this careless and reckless attitude to rub off on the other members, but instead they stuck to their morals. But as instructed, they spun around the BGF area for over a month, but no moves were ever made. And that takes us to June 23rd, 2016. It's a Thursday night in West Baltimore, and Chisel, Jug, and Gangster C get in their car. They then head to Lexington Terrace, where they spot Albert Pittman and Shyheim Brown outside. So that's when all of the A-Tray members hop out. Thankfully, they hit nothing but plywood and everyone was okay. After hearing the news, G-True expressed his frustrations in the group chat. He simply could not believe that they couldn't get the job done, so he decided to give them another month of trying, but they never came through. So finally, in mid-July, True texted the group chat that he would go do it himself. July 18th, 2016. Through an acquaintance, True gets Albert Pittman's location all the way in East Baltimore. The area is controlled by another A-Tray section, nicknamed the Nutty North Side. So at 8:30 p.m. by himself, True drives out to the location. He waits in front of the apartment for 15 minutes until Albert walks outside, and that's when he makes his move. Directly after this, True drives home and texts the group chat 2 simple words: checkmate. This was of course the first A-Tray incident, and True hoped that it would set the trend for the rest of the members. But after a couple months passed and nothing had happened, he began getting frustrated.